How's it going, everybody? Braddock here, and today it's all about military sleep systems. Y'all check it out. All right, welcome back, guys. So today, again, as you can see, it's all about bivy bags, and particularly more towards like a military, tactical, and or rugged type system that I would highly recommend y'all check out. Off to my right, your left, we have the MSS Bag. Next to that is the improved MSS system, and then over here we have the USMC 3-season sleep system, and then off to your right we have the Snugpak Bivvi. So a few things I highly recommend y'all check out is go to your local Army surplus shop and see what they actually have in stock. A lot of stuff you buy online, for example this USMC sleep system, it may be pretty worn out, so you think you're getting a great deal, but plus shipping, I mean, in theory you could find some really nice stuff surplus. So be careful of what you buy online. It may not be rated to the quality that you actually want. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the MSS sleep system bag. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about the MSS, or the modular sleep system. This was adopted by the Army in 1994. It's in a woodland camo and is a 4-piece system. The reason why it's considered a 4-piece versus the improved, which is a 5, is simply because you do not have the extra stuff sack much like the improved system. So when you see 4 versus 5, don't be concerned, it's all about the extra stuff sack. So again, this is a woodland pattern. On the outside you have the bivy sack, which weighs right at 2.2 pounds, so a little bit heavy. However, without a doubt, one of my favorite bivy sacks, just because of how strong it is, how repellent against water and all the conditions around you that it has. It is held together, as we open this up, by a main zip, which I love about both the MSS and the improved bag. Heavy duty YKK zippers on this. You have the zipper on the outside as well as the inside. And one thing I've noticed with this sleep system is there's no snag with the zipper and the material of both the bag and the sleeping bags, much like you get with the Snugpaks. Love Snugpak, super durable and lightweight, but some of their material are snagging in that zipper. So again, that's something to kind of look around to. Yes, it's a little bit more heavier than your Snugpaks, but they're gonna last you a lot longer. And if you need to break out of it, you don't want anything to snag in your zippers. Another thing you have with the MSS bag is the head cover. Now this is held together simply by a piece of Velcro, so again, allowing for proper ventilation. Now, a little bit about the inner bags. You have both the intermediate bag and the patrol bag. The patrol bag is the green bag, which is considered also a summer bag, weighing in at 2.4 pounds and has a rated temperature of 35 degrees Fahrenheit to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. And as you can see, all of the bags are held together by simple snaps. And as we discussed before, you do have one stuff sack which weighs right at 0.8 pounds, which makes this entire system roughly 10 pounds. So pretty heavy, but it is kind of, again, modular dependent on your weather and time of season. If you don't need a summer bag, you can ditch it. If you don't need the winter bag, you can ditch it. If you need all 3 together, it makes for a perfect shelter and will keep you out of all the elements depending on, again, which weather you're in. Now moving to the improved MSS bag, or the improved modular sleep system. This was adopted by the Army in 2004, and basically it's the same exact concept as the original MSS bag. However, now you have the ACU color pattern and or the universal digital color pattern versus the woodland color. They did use a few other ways to improve this by using less material, cutting down on the weight of the bag. So same Gore-Tex contents of the outside bivy bag, it's just again less material, not only in this, but less material inside the sleeping bags as well, just to cut down on weight. Much like the MSS bag, you do have a hooded area which is held together by a simple Velcro, and then the same as the original, everything is held together by either buckles or snaps and a zipper system. So if we open this up, you can tell I do have the full system. This is both the patrol bag and the intermediate bag. Pretty much the design and the contents of the bag is, again, exactly the same, just less material, making the bag a lot lighter. So typically what you'll do is you'll have the patrol bag on the outside and then your winter or intermediate bag on the inside. You have drawstrings on all hoods of each bag, so you can cinch it down in a mummy type configuration. All in all, again, it is the same exact as the MSS bag. However, it weighs a little bit lighter, roughly 9 to 10 pounds, 1 to 2 pounds lighter than the original MSS. Now, if you're looking online and you see this listed as a 5-piece kit, that is correct, simply because it comes with an additional stuff sack. So you have 2 stuff sacks, your bivvy, your intermediate bag, and your patrol bag, making it a 5-piece kit. And moving on, we have the USMC, or the United States Marine Corps 3 sleep system. It comprises of your outer bivvy as well as your intermediate sleeping bag, which then you can add on an additional bag to go on with that, which is considered a winter bag. And then you have your stuff sack. So again, it's a 3-piece system: your bivvy, your sleeping bag, and your stuff sack. Now the cool difference about this is you do have a mesh face on the outside, and then underneath this mesh is an area where you can zip over and fold down. So if you're in an area with a lot of mosquitoes, high population of bugs, etc., and you want to stay out of that, again, you can use this mesh to breathe out of and just roll up the inner liner, which is, again, Gore-Tex. Now, the one thing I've noticed about this bag is how well the Marines put this to use. So I ended up buying this online for roughly $30 or so, and then free shipping, but it's pretty worn. As you can see up front, you have quite a bit of tape that I've added to add on to your mesh face here, and then we have some tape down at the bottom. I did spray it with a like a silicone spray, which is a water repellent, but that's something I have to do pretty much once a year just to keep it in good condition. So super lightweight, we're running right at 1.9 pounds. Your sleeping bag, which will be rated to 20 degrees, weighs at 2.7 pounds, and your compression stack is right at 0.5 pounds, putting you at a total weight of 4.8 pounds. So if you put all the bags together, you can get down to roughly 5 degrees Fahrenheit. Now if we move on to the head, there is a 360 zip that goes around the entire bag, so you can stay completely covered. But again, if you are zipping this up all the way, you're going to need some sort of vent, so you want to make sure to have the extra face shield rolled down just so you can breathe through your bag. And then moving on to something I've been messing around with just recently, and this is the Snugpak Bivvi. Now they do have the Snugpak Special Forces Bivvi, which simply has a zipper or a mid-zip down the center for an extra 20 or 30 bucks. I ended up getting this online at a discounted price, and then had a lot of coupon gift cards to go along with that. So I saved quite a bit of money, which is why I went with this route, which is the normal Bivvi versus the Special Forces edition. But as you can see, it does not have any zippers on it, so there's no hood to it. Simply, it's an emergency Bivvi. You climb into it, you have your cinch cord here, and you can cinch this down to about give you enough room just to breathe out of. Now, a lot of people argue that just not having a head cover during a rainy condition isn't ideal, and look, I understand it, but a lot of these bivvies aren't made to be by themselves. You want to have some sort of head cover, either a tarp and or a poncho to go along with it. So something I have been doing is I carry a rain jacket with me. If it does rain, I just throw the rain jacket over my head, and it keeps me completely dry. This is 100% waterproof. So if you do have let's say a down bag that you don't want to get wet, that's a good idea to go ahead and keep this your down bag inside this bivvy, even if you're tent camping, just because a lot of that condensation is going to get on your down bag, and we all know down is super hard to dry. So I really like this bag. I think it has a lot of potential just because of how light it is, super durable, and I think it's an awesome kind of concept as far as bivvy sleeping goes, just because again of how modular and compact it is. Now if we take a quick look at a size comparison of all bags in its stuff sack, you can kind of see where I'm going with being super light and modular with, again, the Bivvy bag. But again, this isn't a super fair side-by-side comparison just because we don't have the patrol or the summer bag in this sleep system. But if we did, I can tell you without a doubt it'll still be a little bit heavier and not as compact as your modular, improved modular sleep system. So here's a quick side-by-side. Again, this is the MSS bag with the intermediate bag only, and this is the improved MSS bag with both the patrol bag as well as the intermediate bag, which has again been made to be a little bit lighter than the original MSS. And if we do a side-by-side comparison of the USMC 3 sleep system as well as the Bivvy bag by Snugpak, you could tell the big difference in there just because of how much lighter this is. I kind of lean towards this. It's great to have that mosquito netting and face shield with this, but again, having something like a rain jacket or a poncho, which I highly recommend anyways, just a line over yourself and cover a lot of that rain from getting in, is going to be pretty ideal. Well, that about wraps it up for today's video. Go ahead and like and subscribe down below. If you have any recommendations of videos you want to see here in the near future, go ahead and comment down below and let me know which I would like to see. I'm Braddock. Y'all stay ready.